Back in April, I went to the movie theater to watch a Minecraft movie, the long-awaited movie adaptation of one of the most popular pieces of media of all time. I went into that movie thinking that it's probably going to be bad, but I was hopeful for maybe a Sonic the Movie type situation, where all the trailers and everything that we saw heading into the release of the movie looks pretty bad, but then the movie actually ends up being pretty good. But unfortunately for my sanity, that was not the case.
La 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 lava, chicken. Steve's lava chicken, yes, tasty as hell. Ooh, mamacita, now you're ringing the bell.
But with this movie, what's more interesting about it is not the quality of the movie itself, it is the audience reaction to certain moments in the movie and all the memes surrounding it. At the time of recording, the movie has been out for about a month now, and by now you've probably heard of the chicken jockey incident. Yes, when this pretty inconsequential character shows up and Jack Black says his classic line, everybody in the audience becomes a minimum wage worker's nightmare. Completely trashing the theater, screaming and yelling, throwing your popcorn, throwing your candy, throwing your drink, whatever you can throw, you throw it. All for the sake of the meme. Now when this phenomenon first started happening, I too thought that it was pretty funny, just the whole absurdity of it. It's a Minecraft movie, it's a pretty random point in the movie, but it was funny. But when it became a thing that didn't just happen once, but something that nearly every screening of the movie had to deal with, that's when it became a bit of a problem. Movie theater workers around the world were sharing their experiences with the chicken jockey incident. Pictures of movie theaters around the world absolutely decimated by the crowd of Minecraft fans. All for just this little character that's just a little zombie on a little chicken. It was a big deal for something that was pretty small.
Well, teenagers have caused absolute chaos at a Melbourne cinema during the new Minecraft movie, going wild when Jack Black's character says chicken jockey.
During a scene in a Minecraft movie, young audiences throw popcorn and drinks at the big screen.
On Friday night, this local theater fell victim to the latest TikTok challenge, chicken jockey.
Listen, I'm not gonna pretend like I'm not a person who sometimes happens to leave his garbage at his seat when he exits a movie theater. I'm not perfect, but it's completely different from having basically every item that you have on you thrown in the direction of everywhere. This whole situation got so bad that movie theater workers had to pause the movie before the chicken jockey scene to ask people to not throw their shit.
Are we seriously skipping it?
Everyone, I know you can't see me, but for the safety of all people, if anyone throws anything during this next scene, you will escort it out and not get to finish the movie.
The fact that this thing got so out of hand that they had to start doing that is absolutely insane to me. This whole internet meme got so destructive, so bad that they had to pause the movie during the actual screening. I've only had a movie be paused during the screening once, and that was because some dumb kid set off a fire alarm. Thank you for robbing me of the ending of the last James Bond movie. This whole situation is weird to me because I think movies like this are showing that movie theater experiences are changing. It's no secret that the movie industry has had a rough few years. COVID was a big part of it, obviously, but instead of a big boom in the industry after the theater restrictions were taken away, there's been a continued struggle to get people in seats. Marvel, once a studio where nearly every single movie was a guaranteed box office success, has really struggled to capture audiences outside from a few success stories. And throughout the entire industry, good, solid movies that got good reviews struggling to draw people in. Sometimes the movie itself is just not what gets people out of the comfort of their own homes, which is both surprising to me and not, because historically going out to a movie has been a relatively affordable way to spend a night out. Used to be pretty cheap to get theater tickets, and it's definitely cheaper than going out to get a meal. However, that aspect of movie theater experiences is also changing. Things have definitely got more expensive. I remember me and my girlfriend were in LA about 2 years ago. We were thinking about going to a movie. We were on Hollywood Boulevard. There was a theater there, that cool one that I knew from my time playing GTA 5, and we were considering going to movies, so I ended up looking at the tickets. I looked at the prices, and the tickets were about $25 American, and I'm Canadian, which means that's about $35 for me. And I thought, you know what? I don't think I'm gonna spend $35 to watch Aquaman 2. I think I'm good. So people not going out to movie theaters all that much these days, it does make a lot of sense. If you're going by yourself, you're spending at least $25, but usually you're going out with friends or family. So if you're paying for other people, you get more tickets. If you're going with family, say if you're a parent, you're paying for your kids, and that's not including snacks, that's not including driving there and parking and maybe paying for parking. All to watch a movie that you have no guarantee of actually enjoying. So suddenly, one of the more affordable ways of going out with friends or family has actually been quite a financial burden. So of course, people in this time of financial struggle hasn't been the most appealing to people aside from people like me who just like going to movies. Why spend all that money when you could just wait a couple months for the movie to show up on one of the billion streaming services that you're already paying for? There's obviously many reasons why the film industry is struggling. I could make a whole video about that as well, but the movie theater experience is a contributing factor. So why am I bringing this up while talking about the Minecraft movie? A movie that has done quite well in the box office so far. Well, because I think that this movie, as well as others, show that movies need a little bit more when it comes to getting people in those seats. In order for the theater business to be successful, it has to be more than the movie itself. Try to think about recent big successes in the film industry. If there's anything that's coming to mind, it's probably Barbenheimer, a movie phenomenon that created two of the biggest movies that this decade has seen. Two movies by two different studios coming out on the same day. Usually that's a situation where one of the studios is trying to get a success over the other. However, instead, people embraced both films and made it a whole experience. People decided to make it a whole experience by seeing both movies on the same day, and it became a huge trend. People would dress up in pink to go see Barbie, then they would maybe go for lunch and then end the day with Oppenheimer, dressing up in suits and other business wear for that one. People would talk about how you should spend your days before seeing each movie. They would argue about what's the better order to watch it in. It was an amazing cinematic event that I don't think we've ever really seen before. And it ended with Oppenheimer making $900 million and Barbie making $1.4 billion. So yeah, Barbie and Warner Brothers won the box office race for that one, but do you think Universal's particularly mad about making $900 million off of a 3-hour-long movie? I do not think so, and most of that success is based off of these two films coming out on the same day. People weren't just going to the theaters for the movies. Yes, both movies would have done very well on their own if they weren't released on the same day, but people were going to the movies for this Barbenheimer experience. And even though the experience for the Minecraft movie is repeating lines as they're said in the movie and freaking out about them, destroying the surrounding area as you do so, it still provides more of an experience than a lot of films that you can go see. Some people do get really annoyed at audience reactions to things. I definitely do sometimes, and my theater experience watching a Minecraft movie was not really like this. People were laughing a lot and there were some lines being repeated, but overall it was like a 19+ theater because I just didn't want to deal with kids while watching that movie. So maybe that's the direction that we're heading in. Maybe movies can't just be movies anymore. I don't necessarily want it to head in that direction. I love movies for how they are. It really pains me that the movie industry is doing really poor right now because it's basically going to go one of two ways. Either we get studios doing what they've been doing since the beginning of time, which is repeat the same stories and copy what has been successful beforehand and just hope it sticks until everyone gets tired of it. That's essentially what happened with Marvel if you think about it. Or we're going to get a really good crop of studios taking chances on smaller budget films that maybe end up revitalizing creativity within the industry. However, do I have faith in movie studios doing that? Heh. Absolutely not. And when we talk about these kinds of experiences with the movie theaters and the audience reactions, how do you create these kinds of experiences? How can movies repeat this Minecraft movie and Barbenheimer? Honestly, fuck if I know. For the Minecraft movie, it was always going to attract a large audience. Nothing attached to Minecraft is going to fail, it's just too big. And for Barbenheimer, these were two movies that were going to do well anyway, but happened to have this lightning in a bottle situation that formed through online memes. And that can't really be purposely manufactured. Other studios have already tried it. We of course had Paramount try #Saw Patrol, where they tried releasing a Saw movie and the Paw Patrol movie on the same day. Yes, because we know that after watching a 2-hour-long gore fest, people are definitely going to go watch Cop Dogs, #ACAB. It just didn't work. It's hard to manufacture something like Barbenheimer. Again, it was lightning in a bottle. But the Minecraft movie was basically a manufactured version of this. Again, Minecraft is very popular, and after seeing the movie, I could definitely tell that they had something like this in mind. And maybe that's why I ended up really hating the Minecraft movie, because it just felt like every single moment was designed to be a meme on TikTok. I know it's a Minecraft movie, I know it's a kids movie, you should not be taking it seriously, but honestly, honestly, just from watching this film and knowing it was going to be successful, it made me genuinely concerned for the future of filmmaking. The pacing was terrible, the editing was awful. Again, it just felt like every single moment was just meant to be this big joke. And the performances were awful. I usually like Jack Black, but I just found him insufferable in this movie. Every single line is just meant to be a meme, it's meant to be a joke. Ha ha he he, we yearn for the mines. But despite all that, it worked. People are seeing it. It's a huge meme. It's a huge success in the box office this year. It's getting people to the theaters, which as a person that loves movies, I definitely love to see. It's just not happening in the way that I maybe would have liked it to. But that's just kind of the way it goes with blockbusters. My main concern with this movie was just how, if movies are going to be paced and edited like that in the future, then I'm really worried about how films are going to be made heading forward. And maybe more movies are going to be made with this meme-focused, hyper-editing style as to create more phenomenons and more memes like this. And maybe that'll be good for the film industry, but it's gonna create a ton of bad movies. God help us all.